Hello, hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. Brand new day, new start, new attitude. Shut up, Halle Bell, for that song. Um, you know, a lot of us individuals, people may not see this, may not know this, they may not recognize it. I mean, unless they're the ones that have wanted us to be subjected to this type of treatment or behavior or feeling inside, is we at some point have to take a period of a break from the world, a break from society, a break from, a career or a job or even passions that we have, and it's not to say that we are lacking. We're not lacking. And it's not to say that we're being lazy. No, it's not that at all either. It's because a lot of us, we're tired. We're tired. We're drained. We've been through a lot. We've dealt with a lot. We've seen a lot. We've had a lot of experiences, a lot of them traumatic. And when we have a chance or a period that is God-given, no matter what kind of witchcraft or spell work that you're engaging in, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. So I didn't see it. I knew what people were doing, but I didn't see it as, okay, they're in control. No, I saw it as God is in control, because there are periods during my rest. There were periods during my time away where God gave me enough strength to get up and go take care of something that he wanted me to do, or that he needed me to do. And I didn't necessarily get all dolled up or get dressed up in my dress and heels and so on and so forth and makeup and whatnot. No, a lot of times he has said, get up, put on some clothes, get in the car and go. Go take care of this. Go do this. Go enjoy this. Go get this food. Whatever. Right? And I respected that because that's what he wanted me to do. And I respect God. So no matter what anybody was throwing at me or projecting at me, it did not affect me the way that they thought it was going to. And it was ultimately God that said, this is a time where you need rest. This is a time where you need to be away from other people, away from society, away from a lot of the bullshit that you've been dealing with and going through for years, decades. You have, in his words, he's done enough. You've done enough. I've done enough. It's time for us to take a break, relax, rest, and allow God to speak to us, as well as encourage us in a lot of ways, because some of us, we doubted ourselves. And that's what these individuals wanted. They wanted us to doubt ourselves. Some of us, we didn't like ourselves. That's what a lot of these people wanted us to do. They didn't want us to like ourselves. A lot of these people called themselves trying to humble us when we were already humble. And it was the gifts, the blessings, the knowledge, the wisdom, the class, the etiquette, the attributes that they saw within us and they liked about us, and they were jealous or envious because they didn't carry them themselves. They didn't have it themselves. So they didn't want us to have it, and they wanted people to look at us in a bad light. So God had to take us out of the light or out of the world and into our own spaces so that we could rest up and heal. Nothing wrong with that. I'm thankful for it. It was necessary, because a lot of us have been dealing with a lot of things for a long period of time. For me, it's been over 2 decades. It's been well over 2 decades. It's really been about 3 decades. And really, I mean, honestly, it's been about a little over 3 decades. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm going to move from that, and I'm going to go into something else. The clarity on certain individuals and their behaviors and why they engage in certain things like they do. There's a lot of shame. There's a lot of shame in the things that they have done in their lives out here in the world, in society, to gain what they have, to get to where they are, to acquire the things that they have. And they look at other people and they say, they did it the right way. I didn't do it the right way. And I hate that this person was able to go out into the world and do all these things, be successful, as well as be happy, have a relationship, look good, beautiful, attain a positive attitude, and not come out traumatized And they're what I call people that are on the outside looking in, and they don't know our stories. They don't know my story. They don't know my truth. They don't know what I've been through, but they're seeing the good things about me, and they're believing, and they're thinking, okay, that's farce, that's fake, that's not believable. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Because I've been through so much stuff, yada, 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 and I'm like this. How is this person like this? No, that has to be a fake. That has to be a front. That has to be a mask. And it's not. It's not. For a lot of us, it's not. There are those of us out there, God's children, where we're not wearing a mask. We're not. We're being our authentic self. And these people, when they realize that we are being our authentic selves, they get even more angry, even more pissed, because they're just like, are you serious? They're being their authentic selves. They're being genuine. They're being real, honest, truthful, kind, so on and so forth. You know what? I definitely hate them. I'm going to subject them to coming out of their shell, coming out of this. I want to bring them down. That's what their attitude is. They want to see us down in the space or the headspace that they're in. I'm going to share this with you as well. Many years ago, I'm going to share this. You know, I come from a family. I come from a family that has abused children, and I never abused any children, not sexually and not physically. But there is an anger that is within my family. Anger, resentment, judgment, hatred even, and abuse. And my parents knew at a very young age that I was not engaged in type of behavior or even had that mentality. I was very sweet, very innocent, and they wanted to take that sweetness out of me. They wanted to take that innocence away. They wanted me to be as angry and as abusive as they were, as well as what they had experienced growing up in their households and in their family. And they wanted me to engage in certain things that I never did. I never even thought to do it. You know, I never even thought to do it. And going back to wearing masks and whatnot, you know, I saw my parents wear a mask in the church, at school, to our neighbors. And then behind closed doors, those masks came off, and I saw the other side of my parents. And it was dark. It was dark. And it was cruel. It was very cruel. And they wanted me to lose my innocence. They wanted me to be angry and be bitter and be and then go out and do that to other people. And because that was not in me, because that was not my nature, that was not my attitude, that was not, God didn't call me to be that way, and God would not allow it. And so they saw it as a challenge. They wanted to break me. This is my own parents. They wanted to break me. The things that my parents allowed to happen to me at a young age was fucked up. That was really fucked up. And they didn't stop. They kept going because they wanted to break me. They did a lot of things, and I'm not going to get into each and everything that they did. I'm not going to get into a lot of things that they did, but if you thought, I just want you to, in a way, just, and this is not my exact story, it's not identical, but there are some similarities. If you have seen the movie Precious, a lot of similarities, not exact, not the same, but still. And we're talking about, yeah. Speaking of this, because even in my adult years, you know, there were lies told about me, saying that I was some kind of abuser. And I've never abused anybody. I've always shown love and been kind. But even that was flipped because people were pissed off that I was kind and generous, and they were just kind of like, that has to be a mask, that has to be a front, because they're not kind, they're not generous, and they wouldn't do the things that I did, so they lied on my character to other people and told them that I was doing something or that I was something that I was not. Not an abuser. I'm not a child abuser. I'm not an adult abuser. I'm not an abuser, period. But there's one thing I can't stand, because I have been abused for years and at a very young age, is an abuser. That angers me. When I hear about an adult that is abusing a child in any way, that angers me. And it pisses me off as well, too, that people would even put those lies out there about me to try to bring me down. And actually, what they were wanting to do was set me up to be hurt, harmed, killed, because of their jealousy and their envy and their hate. And what they have done to me really is not anything that hasn't already been done to me. They just added to it. They added to it. They added to the trauma. And they thought that that was going to be enough, along with other things that they did to add to the trauma. They thought that that was going to be enough for me to take myself out. God didn't allow it. God didn't allow it the first time. He didn't allow it the second time. He didn't allow these individuals to set me up to take me out. He didn't allow my partner, former partner, deceased partner, to do anything against me. He didn't allow my neighbors to do anything against me. He didn't allow the restaurants that I would eat at to do anything against me. He did not allow it. So all of the weapons formed against me, God didn't allow it to happen. So I'm here for a reason. And I believe a lot of people now are starting to realize that I'm here for a reason. And the reason that I'm here, it terrifies a lot of people, because I'm calling out the bullshit. I'm calling out the lies. I'm putting the truth out there. I'm bringing clarity to a lot of the injustices that goes on in people's lives that nobody else has any idea about. And instead of making situations and or traumatic experiences worse for another individual, how about trying a little tenderness, trying a little kindness, a little sympathy, a little empathy if you have it to spare. And if you don't, maybe that's a sign that you have some trauma that you need to heal within you, and that you may need to go and seek some help to deal with that trauma that you keep within and then hit other people with in toxic ways. I'm going to leave it at that. Gotta go.